Worked in. All right, how's that? We got the sound now? Let me know if we've got sound now. How's that? Talk to me, people. Let me know if there's sound. Um, Sound now. Thank you, Cynthia. I plugged in a new microphone that was generously gifted to me by Annette when we were in California. And here, look, I'll show you. It's clips on my shirt. It's a Rode RODE. It's a really good microphone. So I don't know if I need to do something to make it work. But anyway, all right. That was a good try. So we're at Sunset Boulevard over there. Look, Sunset Boulevard, and hello, Mary Lou. Wailoa Road in Nandi. Now, we are not at a fancy resort, but we might make it up to close to one during our walk this morning. But where we're standing right now, I just wanted to show you. I know it's a bit ugly, but this was intended to be a new housing estate or something. We're not at, or maybe another resort, and that's all halted. But in the distance behind, you might just be able to see. Yes, Cindy, we're in Fiji. You might just be able to see over there in the distance, and we'll keep looking over in that direction as well. That's the Sleeping Giant Mountain over in that direction. So let's start walking. Fijian palm trees we have. So that's why I was showing you the beachfront development lots. And I'm a little relieved that didn't go ahead. To be fair, what we get to walk through is a lot more pleasant and enjoyable. So we've had a lot of rain. This is the wet season in Fiji. We arrived here 2 days ago. We arrived at 5:30 in the morning after a long overnight flight. So needless to say, we were a little bit exhausted. And then we couldn't check into our apartment until 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So we spent all day just trying to find something to do. There's a little plane going off, taking off. I think I can hear. We are literally at the end of the runway. So if we look over in that direction, the airport's just over there behind that row of trees. And we are, where our apartment is located, is at the end of the runway, which hasn't been too bad. I was thinking we were going to be beset with noise for the entire duration of our stay. Hi, Annette. Lovely to see you. And did somebody else pop in while I was busy looking away? If I missed somebody else and didn't say hi, hi. And for anyone who's joining later, of course, the people that I'm chatting to right now and welcoming are in a chat function, which you may or may not be able to see during playback. And we are engaging with those people right now. Ronnie Lynn, hello. If you never saw New Year's Eve because of your travels, are you still in 2024? No, we leapt over a day, Ronnie Lynn. Hi, Helen. Hi, Helen. Hi, Neil. We leapt over a day, Ronnie Lynn. So what happened was we were on the plane. We left Sacramento on the 30th of December. And then while we were flying, we crossed the international date line. Just want to give you a puddle shot while we're here. We crossed the international date line. Hang on, Richard's signaling something. Oh, here's a plane coming in now. So as I said, we are literally at the end of a runway. Hi, Claire. Great to see you. So yes, when we jumped over the international date line, we skipped a day. So we skipped December 31st completely. And on the plane, they celebrated arriving in 2025. There we go. So we are right next to Nandi International Airport. Okay. So as I was saying, it is the wet season here in Fiji, which means lots of puddles. And this is the closest beach to town. I'm going to try and visually crop as best I can, and I'm actually looking for an easy route. But all right, here we go. Here's a puddle shot for you. If there's any litter I apologise. This is a popular spot, and there was New Year's Eve partying happening a couple of nights ago, so and picnicking happening the next day. But I'm going to try and visually crop as best I can. And it looks like I had a little signal glitch, so let me know if that's an issue as we go as well. All right, and Net says Lynn and Richard were celebrating New Year's while I was still crying over our departure. Oh, signal glitch. All right, okay. Happens to. Oh, I'm not sure what Tish was talking about there. Looks like there's a storm could be coming our way. Look at this big signal glitch. We better keep moving. So look at the row of cloud hanging over the beach over here, which looks quite beautiful. And here we are, and walking in the water. I knew you were going to say that, Cynthia. I was wondering if you were going to turn up for my tour today. And let me just show you. Here, Richard, hold the camera. You can show Cynthia what I'm wearing. There we go. I've got my Fiji pants on, my thongs. Gonna take the thongs off. Need to roll up the pants. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think the pants are going to get wet today. That's no biggie. No biggie. Even found a stray coconut. There we go. The sand's very black though because it's dirty, because it's volcanic. There we go. Sorry? Okay, so just repeating for anyone who missed that, the sand's very black, not because it's dirty, but because it's volcanic. So even though there is a little bit of litter along the beach, which is not good, the actual colour of the sand is nothing to do with dirt or impurities or pollution of any kind. It is actually volcanic. Hi, Laurie. Great to see you. All right. So let's keep looking around at the beautiful scenery here. And of course, because I'm using StreamYard, I can't zoom, but we are walking in the direction of that resort, up in that direction, which is the Crowne Plaza. And hopefully we'll get to sneak in and have a look at their beautiful pool as we walk. In the meantime, let's listen to the beautiful sound of the gentle washing up on the beach of the sand, of the water against the sand. Just lovely. There's some children playing there. Yeah, I had to do that, Mary Lou. I had to put the flower in my hair. We walked past so many hibiscus plants. I had to pick a couple and put them in my hair. It is a local tradition. And we see many of the local girls wearing hula, wearing either a hibiscus flower or a frangipani flower in their hair. And you may have just heard me say bula. Bula is the local greeting in Fijian. There was a fella just came out of the water and greeted us. So that was the reciprocal greeting. If you haven't seen it already, I did post a short video on YouTube yesterday and on TikTok for anyone who's there of the kava ceremony that we were invited to participate in, but literally on the first morning after we arrived. So here we were. Here's another coconut. Here we were walking just through the streets in Nandi, killing time because we couldn't check in till 2 p.m. And we were approached by a fellow. Lots of people in Nandi come along and say hi and where are you from. We're unsure as to how genuine the greeting is, the welcome is, or whether they're all just shop owners trying to get you into their store. Could be a bit of both. So we've got two Sarahs here. Hi, two Sarahs. How are you? All right, so let's just have another look around where we are. You can see the clouds sitting over the just below the mountain line in that direction. And we're going to just slowly pan across the bay. There's a very dark, ominous cloud over there sitting on the horizon. Is it heading our way? Quite possibly. It's the rainy season. It's the wet season in Fiji. I saw on Google Maps that there's fish selling over in that direction, but I haven't come across it yet. Oh, what's up, Dawn? Is everyone still seeing the feed okay? I've got to watch where I walk because there's broken shells here. I can hear a plane taking off. Let's see if we can see it. It's a light plane. We probably won't see it. It's probably too small. There's a lot of driftwood here. Is this your first tour with Lynn Sarah G? If so, welcome. Is it a blurry picture? Oh, okay. Well, let's walk a little bit quicker then, and we'll get closer to the resort where things hopefully should pick up a little. There's the plane just taking off now. Oh, I completely missed that, Dawn. How long am I in Fiji for? Sorry, I'll just come back to this. We are in Fiji for 4 nights. 4 nights, yeah. I think this is a coconut crab. It's a very big crab hole. I'm glad you persisted, Dawn. I'm constantly watching where I put my feet, so I'm not seeing all of the chat. So, oh, thank you for asking again. I just tripped on it. Yeah, look at the size of this crab hole. What are we looking at? Oh, Rich is pointing to give perspective. That's a very, very big crab hole. I'd love to see those crabs. All right, so we're just going to keep walking as quickly as we can so we can get within range of the, I would expect, better signal at the Crown Plaza Resort. So this side of Fiji, near the airport, not very spectacular beaches, as you surely would agree. This is not where the tourists come. Tourists tend to stick to their resorts. But there's an area of Fiji called the Coral Coast where most of the resorts are, which I actually haven't been to. We've been to Fiji 3 times previously. Annette says, I think they left Sacramento on American Airlines to LA, Tish. We left, yeah, was it American Airlines? It was American Airlines, wasn't it? Yeah, American Airlines to LA. We spent a couple of hours in LA. It was delayed. The flight was delayed by about half an hour. It was actually quite a small plane that went from Sacramento to LA. And then from there, we came with Fijian Airlines, which were amazing. Such a good airline. We had such a comfortable flight. It was only half full. They had a big celebration. The lovely Fijian crew with funny little things on their heads. In the middle of the night, it must have been, well, it was midnight. Theoretically, where we were, what it was in relation to when we left and what time we arrived, I have no idea. 9 hours into the trip? Okay, so that makes it about 3 a.m, I guess. And we got a glass of champagne as we crossed the international date line. And Dawn says, Annette says, did your snacks come in handy? Some of them did, Annette. Some of them definitely did, and thank you. Dawn says, why stay in resort all the time when so much beautiful to see? I totally agree, Dawn. I totally agree. But Fiji is one of two destinations, international destinations for Australians that are budget holidays. So Fiji and Bali would be where most Australians go who are doing a international holiday, but they go for the beaches. Very few of them, I would say, actually go for the culture. And Ronnie Lynn says, what is Fijian food like? Is it mostly seafood? And Sarah asks, am I staying in Nandi? Yes, this is basically right next to Nandi Airport, Sarah, and our apartment is at the end of the runway. Okay, so Fijian food, it's Fiji has two main cultures, the Fijian indigenous people and people from the subcontinent of India who have been here for probably more than 100 years. So there is a lot of Indian food here, and it's probably more common than Fijian food. But when you want something that's typically Fijian, probably the best known is called kokonda, and it's a marinated fish, raw fish. It's marinated in lime juice and coconut milk with some vegetables added. And we have to cross a stream. I hope it's not too deep. Here's a good example of the black sand. Used to hear about Vanuatu all the time. Vanuatu, New Caledonia. Yes, kokonda is really, really yummy. As I said, it's a... So Richard's going to try and find a spot where we can cross this. Otherwise, we're doing an about face. Nah. He says, nah. All right, well, if I have to strip off my Dax, you're not seeing that. All right, guys? It's not deep, he reckons. Okay, pants getting tucked into my underwear. You're going to go on ahead, are you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. This should be interesting. Okay. I'm definitely going to get wet pants here. How deep is this? Can we ford this stream? I miss what Sarah said. Dawn says it's not deep as Richard disappears under the water. Oh, please tell me what I missed. Happy birthday, Sarah, but what? Okay, so that's a bit deep there, is it? Alrighty. Oh gosh, I hope we can cross. I really want to take you to the Crown Plaza. Otherwise, it's just an about face back up the river, back up the beach. He's looking for a spot. He's looking for a spot to cross. So, not looking hopeful. It's all right if you have to take your pants off. I'll turn the camera away. Sarah celebrated her birthday twice, crossing the date line. Oh, that's great. That's an awesome way to do it. All right. Oh, watch out for your phone, though. So Sarah, Cynthia, rather, when you ask for shoes off and pants rolled up, I'm going to wait and see how deep it is first before. Actually, that's not too bad, but he's taller than me. Yeah, Sarah, we are right near the airport. Okay. All right, let's see how we go. If I fall over, it's goodbye gimbal and phone. And the sand is really soft here in the water. I should have given you this bag, shouldn't I? All right, the bag's going under my arm. Hang on. Bag's going under my arm and I'm holding. Yes, Richard is quite tall and I've got a over-the-shoulder bag that I'm holding now under my arm. Am I going the right way? Yeah, this is the deepest? Oh, okay. Well, that's my knees. I just trod on something. Hope it's just seaweed. Alrighty. We made it. Woo! Look at that. We made it. There's some kind of abandoned boat here. Yeah, Richard suggests it looks like a barge. Quite possibly. We made it. We made it. We made it. Woohoo! Okay, I can let those pants down again now. There's a little bit of, I mean, Fiji is basically within a reef. There's over 300 islands in the archipelago of Fiji, so you are not going to get a surf anywhere in Fiji. This is about all you're ever going to get in terms of wave action. Yep, I carried you all across, guys. I carried you all across the stream. Here's this barge. And over there in the background is the eastern end of the Sleeping Giant. So this stream, I'm not going to try and climb up on here. We can have a look at some interesting flowers. It looks like a kind of morning glory. I can hear another plane. Is that coming or going? Going. Propeller, probably to the islands. Yeah, probably. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. And there's the resort. There's actually another smaller resort before the Crown Plaza, so we'll see what that looks like as well. You probably won't see it. But that's probably heading out to one signal. Okay, it's back again. It does look like morning glory, Laurie. I'm going to keep walking, but we'll get the low-down shot of the driftwood. There we go. I'm going to keep walking quickly just because I don't want the signal to cut out. But every now and again, look, these crab holes, they're just huge. Cool driftwood, yes. Neil says, you parted the seas. Your picture's quite blurry. I'm keeping going, Dawn. Apologies for that. It's kind of like, it's not really, there's nothing around here until we get to the resort, so that's why the signal's not great. Oh, okay. So, yeah. It looks like it's coming into land. We've got people coming towards us with puppy dogs. Sea snake holes, do you think? No, surely not. Do they make holes in the sand? I've never heard of that. Image is getting better. Excellent. Thanks, Cindy, for letting me know. Here's another cool piece of driftwood. There are sea snakes there, Laurie. Yeah, there are sea snakes here. There's sea snakes in Australia too, just by the way. Good morning. Lynn is our own Moses. Well, it was actually Richard that went first, Neil. So arguably Richard's the Moses, and I'm just the one that followed. So we could go beachcombing here, but they're only tiny little shells. There's nothing really, really very big that stands out. They're just tiny. Temperature, Cindy, it's very humid because of the wet season. The water temperature is lovely. We think right now the temperature is around about 25 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere in the 70s, I think. But the humidity does make it feel hotter. There we go. How about we just hop on that, float out. We'll float out into the bay. Richard's just confirmed it's 25 degrees. Let's have a look at some palm trees. It is quite pleasant, yes. Here we go, shot of palm trees. Looking back along. I'm already feeling back home in Australia. We've got flies that hang around you. English is spoken. We're definitely on our way back home. Yes, we've even got Australian TV. The only channel we can get is Australia's ABC. So we've been catching up with some cooking shows that we haven't seen since we left. Signal will improve close to the hotel. Yes, it will. It will, Sarah. So yeah, there's 2 or 3 hotels plus the big resort here. It's not cheap accommodation in Fiji. We're in a nice apartment, but it's nowhere near anything. We have to take a taxi whenever we want to go anywhere. There's a little supermarket quite near here where we are right now. So we're covered in that respect. So here we go. We've got the Saddlers Beach. I can hear a plane taking off again. Sorry. Sailors Beach, sorry. Never stood in warm water. It's really quite lovely, Dawn. It really is quite lovely. We should actually stand in the water again, shouldn't we? Here we go. You're gonna. It's just another little. I'm not sure why. This one hasn't opened yet. So there's still a little animal in there.
Throw it there.
Well, they're buried down into the sand. There's sort of like a pink snail one.
Yeah. Then check the signal.
There's no indication. I just have to wait till it's not all right. So here we are. We have Hula. These beachfront places. Most of these places are going to have their own pool, so I doubt very many people are actually down on the beach swimming. Are we at the Crown Plaza yet?
No.
Not yet.
Morning.
Good morning. So an example of some of the tours that you... Oh, this is the Ramada. Okay. All right, so a full day. South Sea sailing, full day, 2 for $99. Should we do it? South Sea cruises, half day, 2 for $50. That's not bad, is it? That's 50 Fijian dollars. We might have to go home and think about that. And Annette says, that's quite lovely, but I'm sure their minibar doesn't compare to the one you had here.
Nothing compares to that.
Yes, that's incomparable. Annette. This one's got some artwork at their pool. Wonder how close I can get to it. Let's see if I can do. Why? Oh, there's a canal there. I won't be able to cross the canal. We have to do it here. Neil says, I hear the Sacramento accommodation it's pretty good, Neil. It's pretty good.
5 stars.
Yeah, we're particularly rating the TV. Well, Richard is the pants. No, forget it. They're wet anyway. I've given up on protecting the pants. The pants are now wet. Over there, people have fires down on the beach and burn coconuts. Somehow I think your minibar will not be so little. As Dawn said to Annette. Special deals. Sunset cruise, $80 per person. Well, that's a bit more expensive, isn't it? All right, we're going to have a look at the artwork by the pool here. And I don't think we're trespassing. So we've got whale, dolphin, various kinds of fish. It's pretty beautiful. Look at that. It's not easy to get a good shot of it because it's through the cyclone fence, but this is just giving you an actual idea. And then on this side we've got, recognize that, anybody? The hibiscus flowers. All right. How long have I been going? 34 minutes. I think I'm doing pretty well. I didn't expect to be this far along in half an hour, but that's okay. And Cindy says, wondering how you budgeted for a year on the road. As year ends, wondering how the trip costs ended up. Good question, Cindy. Yeah, really good question. Okay, so we did go a little over budget, but not by too much. We had some savings set aside. So we won't put into any hardship at all. It's just going to make it more difficult buying furniture when we get back home, that's all. So when it all comes out in the wash, this year, the entire year, has cost us approximately 60,000 Australian dollars. And that's everything. So that's airfares, accommodation, food. Richard included his data in that, whereas I set aside my data expenses and offset them against any buy me a coffee. Crown Plaza there does a great breakfast buffet. I'm sure it does, Sarah. We probably can't afford it. We've got some toast. We've got some bread for making toast and cheese at home and eggs. And Muggy, Annette, the Muggy that you bought us, we've got that ready to go on the eggs. So yeah, here we are. Here we are in Fiji. We're 2 days away from going home. We leave here 2 days from now. Oh. Oh. You're kidding, right? Oh, no. I don't think we can do it. Can we go out to the street? Is there a way out to the street? Hello. Can you show us the way? Here, look. What? You're up to your knee. I don't like the look of that. It's too deep. It's too deep. All right, we're not going to get through there. There must be a way through here. I'm going to need to put my thongs. Yeah, that looks like a road. I think we'll be able to go this way. Well, a path. A road is being extremely generous. Hello there. Who do you belong to? Do a running jump. Yeah, Neil, that sounds about right. So what do you reckon for 2 people for a year? How did we do? Does that sound like I mean, I know people that spend that for a month's holiday. I'll wash my feet off. I need my thongs. Some rather nice music playing here. Go through the last hotel. Well, there's a path here. I think we'll be all right here. Oh, there's a road there. Where does that go? Or does that just go?
To the street.
Okay, here we go. We found a way. So my feet, I'll have you know, these thongs that I'm wearing, that's flip-flops to you guys, not the underwear. I don't describe my underwear. The thongs that I'm wearing on my feet are giving me a really hard time. So I've been in socks and boots for the last 6 months, 5 months at least. So as soon as I got here and had access to my luggage, I ditched the boots and put thongs on, and now I've got band-aids all over my feet from the rubbing. I was afraid to ask the cost. Out of my budget, but very reasonable for a year. Well, that we're only a few thousand over budget. We are receiving an income from our savings, and we had our granny flat rented out, so we're only about 10,000 out of pocket for the whole year. And that's probably giving you a little bit too much information, but there you go. We had money to cover that. Laurie, bye, Laurie. Happy New Year. Okay, where do we go now? So this thing here, check this out. This is the public phone box with these weird things that I don't know what they are. I mean, they're not spears. So yeah, that's a public phone box, that thing there. And it's very muddy. I'm walking in the mud. Rich is putting his shoes on. We're back on the street. Yes, and of course, because we own our home and we're able to rent it out, well, our home, it's the little granny flat we built on our daughter's property, and had money in the bank to draw an income from. So we had hoped to be able to come do this net cost, like without paying any extra. But what we have paid extra, we're okay with. It's worked out okay. Right. You are very organised, Lynn. Not as well as you think, Neil. I'm actually not as well organised as you think. I've taken on a little too much, and I find that things do get neglected sometimes. But I am a bit of an overthinker when it comes to things like accommodation and airfares and flights and stuff. So I triple check everything. There's been a couple of times where I've been caught out and had to wear the cost of that by not covering off, crossing every T and dotting every I. Oh, there he goes. But I'm proud to say that most of the time I've got everything covered. even as recent as yesterday, I was triple checking again that we had actually paid for our check-in luggage and whether we had a meal provided on our flight coming up to Sydney. It's a 4.5 hour flight, and of course, you know, you're not eating immediately before you get on the plane, and it's probably a good half an hour or so before you'll have access to food at the other end. So we had to consider that we'll need food of some sort while we're on the plane. Dawn says, will your home be finished when you get back? It's already finished, Dawn, and I will show you through when we get back as well. I don't know where I am. This is a cul-de-sac. This is a dead end. I'm going to turn around and go back. All right. That's a no through. That's a no way. And Neil says, so you never had to go back to Germany? Well, I did go back to Germany, Neil, and I wasn't sure if I had overstayed my visa or not, because I don't know if you recall, I missed my flight to London and ended up staying in Germany, and the guys at immigration were saying, oh no, yeah, you'll be fine, no problem, yeah, you're all good. So when I went to go through immigration at Frankfurt Airport, they did quiz me and commented on the fact that I had no stamp in my passport for re-entering Germany, and I'm saying, look, your guys downstairs, because it's the same airport, they said I'll be fine, and I was. In the end, I was. So that was all good. I didn't have to go back to London. No, that's right. They didn't put me on a plane back to London. Okay. My feet are starting to hurt from Rich is pointing which way we should be going. This is the Wyndham Gardens Hotel, this one here. And there's a beautiful French panny tree. Look at the gorgeous flower. They smell divine. Anyone who's not familiar with frangipani flowers, they smell absolutely divine. One of those heady scents, a bit like jasmine. I love them. Okay. So if there's anyone still on who hasn't said hello, I can see that there are 22 people here. And I did realise that some of those may be you guys, as in I realised when I was watching YouTube on the TV and on my phone at the same time, that's probably counted as two on the tour. So, oh good, there's garbage truck. Don't you love it? What have we got here? Lunch, dinner, tattoo shop, and boxing. Blue Water Inn, coffee restaurant. Bulla. Not right now, thank you. Later? Maybe later. Smoothie bowls, breakfast bar. That could be interesting. We might stop and have a coffee once I say goodbye, farewell you all. After I walk into the Crowne Plaza with wet pants and dirty feet. How do you think that'll go down? I'm trying to walk quickly because of this horrible garbage truck, but my feet don't allow it. They're hurting from the rubbing. But we'll be fine. We'll get there. Get past this guy. So there's actually more around this area than I realised. I thought it was literally just the Crowne Plaza and a couple of coffee shops. But there's actually quite a bit more here. It's probably convenient for people who are doing exactly what we're doing, transiting through Fiji. Here we have a beautiful poinciana tree. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and it says it would be better if it was tattoos and happy hour. Ronnie Lane says you both should get tattoos before you go home. Ronnie Lane, it has crossed my mind. I've never had a tattoo. Never been a big fan of them. I know one thing that would happen if I got a tattoo. My mother would go absolutely apeshit. Sorry about the language. Can you believe that a woman in her 60s still has to worry about what her mother thinks. I can tell you the reaction she had to the henna tattoo, a temporary tattoo. And I showed her during a video stream, private video stream with her, and she just said, I don't like it. So, no tattoos for me. Not just yet, anyway. What's that? Hang on. Thanks, Lynn and Richard. I'm heading out to mow the backyard before the rain. Okay, no problem. Thanks, Annette. Thanks for coming along, and see you on our next tours. All right, what time is it? I've been going 47 minutes. So a few more minutes and we'll be at the Crowne Plaza. And then I'll bid you all farewell. I think I know where I am now. Tours here. Oh, that's that one. Yeah, we saw the price of that one, didn't we? And what's this one? Nandi Bay Beach Apartments. Higher. That might be an option. I missed what Cindy said. Was Vietnam cheapest? It's a toss-up between Vietnam and Malaysia. Malaysia, I think, had the cheapest accommodation and really good accommodation for the price. And the food was really cheap. Yeah, but Vietnam was cheap as well. We loved the Malaysian food because we love curries and we love that sort of coconut milk that you get in almost everything. And when we got to Vietnam, it was completely different. It was amazing that you're in a country almost next door and the food is completely different, much fresher, more vegetables and herbs, fresh mint, coriander, that sort of thing, what you call cilantro. Pardon? I thought we'd go and have a look at it, yeah. So this is our little supermarket, but it's not open yet. And the Crowne is just around the corner. So if you guys want to stay with me for just a few more minutes, I'll show you the lobby of the Crowne and we'll see if we can get through to the pool without being accosted by security. Because we don't know. We don't know how we stand, whether we can get in or not. I forgot it was a little further. I thought it was almost right next door, but just a little further than that. And no regrets tattoo at 60. Have you seen the photo that goes around social media every so often? There's that plane heading off from the small airfield, and it says no RERGETS, no regrets. Got horses here. I feel bad when Hoy travels. Neil, is it because you feel like you are missing out that you would like to be doing it too? Neil, why? Because it is so expensive everywhere. Signed off on spelling. Yeah. Missing something here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. No regrets. Yeah, that's the one. Here we've got some fairly typical Fijian style housing. They call them bure, spelled U-R-E. But these ones I think are cabins attached to the resort. Oh, I've got to change hands on my gimbal. Sorry, guys. So this road doesn't go anywhere. This is a dead end. All right. into the lobby and oh, there we go. Yeah, why is it cutting out at the crown? That's stupid, isn't it? Bula. Here we go. Bula. The biggest place in town, and I'm getting signal issues. Looks like they're extending or building another resort or something next door. Was yesterday the day before, came in the day before just to kill some time. While we were waiting to get into our apartment, we thought, okay, well, maybe we can get an hour sitting in reception. And it's just we've reached the Crowne Plaza at exactly the right time. Whatever happens up here, I will sign off once we show you, hopefully inside the resort. Dawn says, wonder why she has a hanky on her head. Probably to stop from the rain. So we're just getting a few spots of rain. All right, so tomorrow morning I am at the same time, evening for some of you guys. I'm doing another YouTube premiere and Bula, and that will be from the Queen Victoria building tour that I did on Hago, where we saw the beautiful clocks. And that's about it for me. We're going to be really busy for the next few days. So we're going to be driving all over the place, picking up boxes, moving into the granny flat and catching up with family. So I'll do what I can and I'll let you know when I can, but it might be a little while before I see you again after tomorrow. Could it be a scarf? I don't think so. Free buffet time? They normally ask for your room number, Neil. So probably not. Probably not. No more Fiji tours. I don't think so, Dawn. We've only got tomorrow, but let me think about it. Let me see what we managed to do today, and if I'm able, if something makes sense and it's not too far to get to, we might do something tomorrow. You know, if it's only going to be a reasonably cheap taxi ride to get to somewhere, we might see what we can do. So down through the middle there is like a fountain. That's a water feature right through the middle. I'll see what I can manage, Dawn. We'll see if we can get, I don't know how much it's going to cost to get to the hot springs, for example, might be a go, but I think it might be a little bit too expensive. We'll see how we go. The other idea I had was to take you to a fresh produce market, but there's nothing really nearby because it's a tourist area. Hola. Because it's a tourist area, you can see that it's raining, the rain falling on the pool, but there we go. There's the beautiful pool for the Crowne Plaza. And you can see that's the extent of the accommodation. Looks like there's a breakfast room over there. And then we've got more accommodation over here. If it wasn't raining, I would take you right down to the beach from here, but it's basically the same beach that we've been seeing all the way along anyway. There's not much different out there. All right, so I think we'll finish up here. Let's turn the camera around. Settings, camera. All of a sudden I'm so hot and my feet hurt. from the thongs. But here we go. Look, the flowers stayed in. I don't know what condition they're in. For anyone who's going to ask me, there's no real scent. Thanks, Tish. How expensive is your room there? We're not staying here, Dawn. This is way out of, way, literally way. How many times can I multiply that? Way out of our price range. You can see how hot and sweaty I am from the walk. It's very humid. The apartment that we're staying in is probably, I'd say, at least a quarter, if not more. So, yeah, we can't afford a place like this on this type of travel. If we were just coming to Fiji for maybe a week, I'm not sure, possibly. I don't even know how much the rooms are. Sorry, Dawn. Sorry, I can't answer that. And enjoy your own bed after it. Well, we don't have a bed yet, Cindy. That's one of the things we have to go shopping for. We gave away our bed. So, yes, I've been looking at websites and looking at comfort levels and prices and seeing what we can get for our money. Yes, so that is going to be the... We're probably still at least a week or two away from our own bed. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes. Will this be our last tour for the overseas travel? Possibly. So I better say thank you so much for spending a year with me traveling around the world. It has been my absolute pleasure to take you to so many wonderful places. Every now and again, I'm going to remind you of them. Every now and again, I'll pop a link in and say, hey, do you remember we went here? And just remind you to go check something out and have a look. Please, if you've got any postcards, I would love to see what you've shared, what you took out from today. And as always, I'm grateful for everyone who already supports me. But if you're able to spare it, or even a little, it's always very welcome. So my links, I think, I may not have put them in the description. I can't remember. I think I did. If not, they might be in the chat. Otherwise, they're on my channel. Thank you so much. And I love you all. Bye for now.